brand new banger.
Knucklehead Comics Tuesday is fucking Tuesday. We got Lay in the building. We got Cap in the building. Cabs can't make it tonight, but he's here in spirit. On Lay.
My man, just chilling, brother, chilling.
What's up, Cap? How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Is that? And the father goes shamefully. That's my son. And the other guy goes shamefully. Orion goes, that's my father. Choose fear and hate to run your life. Something you can't do. That was wrong with me from the beginning. I was doing it that way. I was gonna go down that path. I worried.
You thought it was Grayson?
Sorry, got hurt. Not him. Not him.
Crack his brain for somebody, anybody that can help, and remembers. Freeze.
The media.
No,
Randall
Savage.
You're Randall Savage. With his knowledge and all other shit and his capacity to learn.
Absolutely.
This is the only vegan I'll ever eat is grilled chicken wings, because that's like vegan to me. You know what I'm saying? Because the chicken wings are supposed to be fried, but you grill the chicken wings, you put it in some sauce, and give it some blue cheese.
Is vegan.
That's vegan. Like regular moo cow fuck milk, put it in some Honey Nut Cheerios, vegan, because Honey Nut Cheerios is good for your heart. You know what I'm saying? Can I steal the question from Cabs?
I got it right. Look at this.
I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal.
You're too late.
Wow.
I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like, yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, sip is right, and I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow, yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Here I go, I get lit, I get hype for this shit! That's right.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with an any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm ball, get the phone ball, get around with the bomb with the bomb ball.
Daddy's gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
When I say, who's the master? You say, no.
That's right, motherfuckers. It's Tuesday night, and today is the fucking day. And we was just talking about how they need to re-release that motherfucking movie. Don't remake it, just re-release it. It's perfect already. I will lose my shit if you fucking remake it. What's going on, guys? How y'all doing today?
Good.
Wait, is it fair to say that if they remake it and cast Lil Nas X as Leroy, you would grow hair just to pull it out? He kicked himself out. I thought I was gonna get kicked.
That's what I thought. I was like, okay.
I do want to confirm that it is the 35th anniversary of since that movie came out. So they are doing a re-release. They're doing the whole experience on November 4th.
And we're out. And we are out.
Where?
1 second.
Fathom Events?
And the little one's coming with us. She already laid her claim.
She heard you like, oh, I'm down. They've all seen it. They've all seen it. Trust me.
Word. Nice. Normal guy.
Tell me the location. I'm trying to find the location.
Normal guy is in Louisiana. He was expecting
good shit.
yesterday was no rain. So they made it.
We told you you're gonna be all right, normal guy.
Love me some New Orleans over there. Love me some New Orleans, man. Beautiful place. Awesome. Great food.
Word.
Great people.
But
Send us some beignets. Send us some beignets.
But shit, we are definitely out to see that shit because that's the best. That's one of the best movies ever made by man. Shit.
You gotta say that before AI starts making movies.
Word. I tell you one thing. If Cosmic actually responded to some of my MySpace messages, I'd have been on her side, and you would have just heard me talk about take your hands off my woman. But nah, that's right, Lay. It's always personal here.
You said MySpace. That's why. That threw me off.
Hey, listen.
I think this is why Toe got offended, because he sent
how hard it was to get a
messages.
song on MySpace. Oh, he's looking annoying, man.
Yeah, he sent messages through all the locations that Cosmic would not be able to respond through.
Shit,
and now
man.
he's all offended.
Listen, man, life finds a way.
She watched it, so now she knows. She got to get her MySpace up.
That's right. Life finds a way.
2024, I said get your MySpace up.
That's it. Get your MySpace.
Word.
Get you a MySpace.
Mi espacios.
That's right. Shit. But shit, like I said, it's Tuesday night, and we're taking shit personal. And I was watching the kingdom of the planet that has monkeys on it.
It still exists, by the way.
What?
MySpace.
Yeah, I just hold on. I gotta let it load.
Oh, you gotta do it again.
Yeah, because I just went on. I just typed MySpace into the fucking thing, and this is what came up.
Oh shit! It's still a thing.
Shit.
Yo, someone's holding it down, bro.
Word.
That's it. We about to have the knuckleheads on MySpace.
Those are the same people that get the alternate Super Bowl winners shirts. You know, the team loses. They also have MySpace. Those people have MySpace.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
You get your address from there, so they can send you those.
Yo, can you imagine living in a village? Right, because I'm assuming they send those out to villages somewhere.
Yeah.
Living in a village, you never have TV, you never know sports, American sports. You get these shirts. Can you imagine coming here to this country and you're sitting there like, yo, the Buffalo Bills has to be one of the greatest fucking teams ever. They won 4 championships. I got all the championship shirts. And then you find out, oh no, we sent you the loser shit.
Yeah, exactly.
They're coming like,
we
yo.
we do the just in case.
Word.
You know, been a Bills fan your whole life to realize they burgers.
Word.
Oh my god.
Shit.
Oh my god. That's hilarious. That's a good one, Cap. I didn't think of that one. Come over
Word.
here. Yo, I moved to Buffalo for false pretense. God damn it. Under false pretense, I moved to Buffalo, bro.
All they got was the cold and disappointment.
Yep, cold and 20 feet of snow. That's what you went up there for. And
Word.
apparently, they have a lot of warehouses up there. I was like, oh, so it's like a villain's free-for-all up there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, villains in comics love warehouses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we was going to shows spot, and when I'm like, look, they want to be in there. I can see the Joker in there.
Word. Shit.
No, but not everybody has a cave full of bats underneath their mansion.
Shit, but that's the realest motherfucker though. Yo. So I wanted to talk about the people that they have with the clown in their movie because it's not the Joker. I wanted to talk about why they keep fucking up the Joker because I was watching the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, which don't waste your time, and they showed the trailer to the Joker Part 2.
Oh, the musical.
Yeah, and I'm sitting here going, this isn't the Joker.
I agree.
Like, you put his face on him, you put lipstick on him, but this isn't the Joker. That's not even Harley Quinn. And
I mean,
and
it's
it made
Elseworld. It's Elseworld, you know. So,
yeah, but even the Elseworld, I mean, it made me wonder, like, yo, why do they keep fucking up a character that is one? I don't know why this guy is so iconic because he's literally like a rapist, psychopath that's trying to kill everybody. Really tells you what we are in the world.
It's a sick world we're living in. Sick
It's
world.
sick motherfuckers. But like, he's an iconic character that was actually one of Batman's first villains that Batman killed that he died at the end of the first comic, but they forced the writer to make sure that he came back to life because they didn't want to waste that the bad guy, because the original writer of Batman didn't believe in arch nemesis. Every comic was going to be a different bad guy. But this guy is a genius posing. He's a genius that doesn't give a fuck. He is literally a genius that does not give a fuck. If Lex Luthor said, you know, fuck Superman, I'm gonna do my own thing, the Joker. You know what I'm saying? And this motherfucker is brittle, laughing in the rain, and having fucking visions of being with a woman and killing a midget. Like,
is that all you got from that movie?
Yeah. I think the best scene in that movie was watching him run with them big ass shoes on in the beginning. When he had the sign and the kid stole the sign from him and he's chasing him with them big ass shoes. I think that was the most believable shit in that movie. Because that's how you got to run with them shoes. You know what I'm saying?
I always feel that movie is just a massive ad for mental health awareness.
Yeah.
That's what that movie feels like. It was like, yo, people out there are collectively losing their shit. Just, you know? Yeah.
Word. But I mean, can y'all explain to me what the fuck am I missing that besides Jack Nicholson and even Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger.
Yeah, Heath Slater too.
Heath Slater got kids, so you know he's a fucking. He was portrayed as a joke, but Heath Ledger and Jack Nicholson maybe, but even Heath Ledger got a little bit wrong. But why is every rendition of the Joker so fucking bad?
Well, a lot of people, most of the parts don't know the source material, and then I've always said this: directors get cute. They want this is my idea. I go, nigga, I didn't ask you for your idea, nigga. Yeah. At no point did I say, yo, I need your idea.
Word.
Whatever's on that page, put it on screen. What you getting cute for? I don't need you. Yo, don't reinvent the wheel, son. It works.
Yep.
That's the problem. Everybody gets cute. And actors sometimes get, look at Jared Leto. I don't know what the hell that was.
I was going to say, like, that's how we got the Jared Leto version of fucking.
My man got grills and all this. And I'm like, what the? And don't get me wrong. There is a version of Joker that has like a massive tattoo and all that shit. And it's once again Elseworld, so it's something different. But I was like, why was that the interpretation you went with for Suicide Squad? Was that? Did you really think that was going to work out for you?
No. Word, because I saw Black Mask in that interpretation of Joker.
Yeah, he was more kind of a gangster than he was anything else. You know what I'm saying? Not more than Jack Nicholson, because he really focused on the gangster part, And then Heath Ledger did the lunacy part, and the insanity part, because he was so random. And I don't know what the fuck Jared Leto did. It wasn't even in the middle. That shit was way left. You're like, yo, whatever these guys were doing, you do that shit that way, and not even within the vicinity of whatever they were doing.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? It was. I don't know, man. Like the Joaquin Phoenix, I liked it because it shows his mental health problem, or it shows a version of it. But also, I don't understand why we're getting a musical. If there's one guy I don't see singing and dancing, it's the guy that nerve gases thousands of people every other day.
Yeah. Well, it has to be because Elvis Presley can't say his lines.
And you got somebody got to fit Lady Gaga somewhere.
Yeah, that's the Elvis Presley.
You got to be like, yo, who can play Harley? Lady Gaga. I'm sorry, you want to go ahead and excuse me?
Yeah.
No, I got nothing against her. Apparently, she did really good in that Born a Star movie.
Yeah,
that randomly had Dave Chappelle in it. By the way, she threw me off.
Chappelle was in that.
He was in that. He's in it.
Oh shit.
Yeah. He's like, I think he plays like Bradley Cooper's agent or best friend or something like that.
Oh, you're talking about Chris Tucker?
No. I'm talking about Dave Chappelle.
Really?
Look it up.
Chris Tucker was in the Jordan movie.
Huh? Yeah, Chris Tucker
was in the Jordan movie.
I know that. I think I might be thinking of. There's another movie that
Rush Hour.
No, that Chris Tucker was in. That so was this dude.
He said Rush Hour with Matt Confident. Rush Hour, of course. Yeah,
but
everybody thinks in that one. I mean, but yeah.
Everybody just putting that shit away when
There he is. See? Yeah, it was
Oh,
in
see,
it. Yo, I swear to God, because I remember I saw the trailer. I was like, was that Dave Chappelle? He played his back. Holy shit, it's Dave Chappelle. You want to talk about randomly showing up on a movie about a country singer. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was thinking Silver Linings Playbook.
Okay.
Which also had Bradley Cooper. So
Yeah.
Bradley Cooper is a 6-degree separation for black comics, apparently now.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah.
By the way, good black comics. Just remember
Yeah.
that.
Word. There's a difference.
There is a difference.
But yo, I don't understand where the Batman himself is so complex, and his counterparts are simplistic but also complex. But everybody just fucking thinks we're stupid. Everyone thinks we're stupid. Like we got that fucking leathered Riddler, which
the S&M Riddler.
it should have been the SNL Riddler because I swear to God they said, how can we make this more Batman? Throw in the fucking old Batman with fuck, I just had his fucking name, Adam West. How do we do that? Thumb drive. What? Like the more I think about that fucking movie, and I've only saw it twice, the more I hate it. It's the reverse of Watchmen. Like Watchmen, when I first saw it, I was like, this shit sucks. The more I see it, I'm like, okay, I get it. This one, no, go back to the women's book. Get him. I knew my instincts were right. When they say he was gonna be Batman, I said, no, he don't have the chin for Batman. He don't have the balls for Batman either. Whoever wrote that shit needs to team up with Michael Wakachakakiki and get the fuck out of here.
That's the director of Love and Thunder, folks. Just to let you know.
Yes.
With
With big ups to
like, what did he just say?
Yeah, big ups to fucking Chris Helmsworth for standing up for us comic book fans.
Yes.
Michael Wakaharachi.
It's funny, which in all essence, him saying that makes sense because at the end of the day, the way those movies banked before this shit went left somehow, I don't know. They were making billions on billions. Even the Ultron movie, which a lot of people didn't receive well, still made billions.
Yeah.
It still came out, and I'm like, I get that you want to make this classic Godfather kind of movie or Gangs of New York, which is fucking long and irritating, but not every movie has to be The Notebook.
Yeah.
Sometimes I want to go in there and Fast and Furious it up and just turn my brain off. I mean, I can't do that anymore because after 9, I'm like, fuck this game. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't finish it. I tried twice. But sometimes, first of all, is there nothing Martin Scorsese didn't love as a kid that was put on screen once? Nothing you saw once in your life, you're like, I wish they made this a movie. That's literally what we're doing, all comic fans.
Yeah.
We wanted them to be a movie, a good movie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It happened.
And
then the shit declined. Like everything else in the world, every empire falls eventually.
Yeah.
It felt kind of fast, but it fell.
They got too comfortable.
Why can't niggas just be happy? Why you gotta hate?
Yeah.
Listen, I don't say nothing about these garbage ass gangster movies that have come out. So word. But like, that shit sucked. That's my opinion. So what?
But and the shit I don't understand, where people want to talk shit about comic book movies, the writing in X-Men 97, which we will get to.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would say will rival some of these gangster movies, Martin Scorsese movies. Like these shits are like the monologues that Magneto spits is on that level.
Absolutely.
Shit, but
and Magneto tells no lies.
Word.
Truth.
And speaking of people that tell no lies, the fucking Joker.
Yeah.
I have not seen one. Like he's even Heath Ledger. It was a good on-screen character, right? But it was one of those. He was playing a solo act. Like, he's one of the best Jokers we ever seen. But he wasn't married to Batman. The Joker's obsessed with Batman. He didn't make it like his personal vendetta with Batman. It was a political statement that he made.
Well, also, he had just met him. So remember, towards the end is when he was like, yo, we're going to do this forever. Unfortunately, we're a little short-sighted on that one because unfortunately Heath Ledger did not make it to the next one, unfortunately. But he was pretty much, they were leading down the path. It was like, yo, it's going to be me and you, baby. All day, every day.
But, he wanted to show that the people would change.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted to say, like, oh, look, anybody would be just as bad as me and all other shit. And he never tested Batman. He tested the people, and the criminals were the ones go, nah, don't press the button. Never tested Batman. I think that's the problem. Like, if that initial movie if he would have tested Batman and Batman wouldn't have did it, then it would have been like, okay, now I'm going to make you do it.
But, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
To Lay's point, though, the biggest issue is we never get to a point where Joker and Batman's relationship has already been cemented.
Mm-hmm.
Cesar Romero, when he played Joker, he was just meeting Batman for the first time. Jack Nicholson was just meeting Batman. Heath Ledger, just meeting Batman. Suicide Squad, Batman had nothing to do with the movie, so he had no interaction. This one with Joaquin Phoenix, he hasn't even met Batman yet.
He met his father.
Yeah. So we're never in a situation in which they can play on that fucking relationship because we never get to that point.
That was I'm sorry, what you were saying.
No, just to finish it up, we never get to that point. And another thing with the Joker is he's on purpose supposed to be ambiguous.
Yeah.
There is no really one definitive fucking storyline, not storyline, but backstory to him. No definitive character trait. They try to do it with the one long day.
Yeah.
Like that's the fans going, that's the one we tie ourselves to. That's not them telling us.
Yeah.
So when you have a character that you're never that they never get to that point where they're cemented, you can literally do whatever you want with him because he's on purpose supposed to be multifaceted and can come from any angle.
Yeah.
You can play with different interpretations every time you put him on screen.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the 4,000 Batman runs they have now, because they have like a shitload of Batman comics at once. Like they can't publish anything else. They discovered there's always been 3 different Jokers.
Yeah.
They discovered there's always been 3. There's like more of the gangster, one more that's an anarchist kind of one, and I forget the other one. But the whole point, there's 3 of them. So one did what he did to Jason Todd, another one did what he did to Barbara. So it was kind of it's weird. And then on top of it, they give each one a different origin. So leading to what Cap just said, they're doing it in the comics even more now. You know what I mean? Like one, it was Batman that he was in the Red Hood gang. He spilled him into the thing. Another one chose to do it. Another one was a struggling comic who just was going to end it, and he wound up doing it that way.
That's the dude who originally started as the Red Hood.
Exactly.
Who literally had like a red helmet.
Yep.
Fishbowl.
Like it looked like the tip of a vibrator. And like, yo, I don't know how you season that thing. You know what I'm saying? But it's weird. But yeah. And it's just, now that they're doing that, I think it's almost in a sense, you know how they want to match the comics to the movies now? It's almost in a sense giving them that freedom, that leeway. Like, oh, look, in the comics, it's 3 different Jokers. Now we have the Joaquin Phoenix. We have the guy that'll show up eventually for the Batman. And then we have the one for the James Gunn one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they'll do that. And like, oh, the comics do it already. He goes, yeah, but they did it because they knew where you guys were going because you guys made the movies already. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes they do that. You know what I'm saying? Give it a continuity.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna start doing that with the X-Men. You'll see it real soon. They'll start. I think they might have Mr. Sinister is the one that be started mutants somehow, something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or they've always been here. It's just powers when Wanda goes yes mutants instead of no mutants. You know what I mean? So, but yeah. It's matching the comics, but I agree with you. It's some of the interpretations we don't need, we never needed, and some of them are definitive. And whoever's next, and I hope he gets another villain. We need a. So this is like Lex Luthor with Superman. Need to pump the brakes on the Joker and Lex Luthor. Holy fuck, Paul! There's so many villains, especially for Batman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially for the Batman, since it's more reality based. It's hard to say. Just kind of say that wink, wink. You have Professor Pig. You have Victor Zsasz. These people are legit serial killers. You still have the Penguin, who's an actual gangster, and that show's coming out. Can't wait for that. Still can't believe that's Colin Farrell.
Word.
I was watching The Gentleman, and I was like, yo, that's the Penguin in that movie. Which is crazy. And he's great in that movie, too. You can kind of see the parallels there. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, it's almost it's almost a way to excuse yourself for making so many Jokers when you do it with the comics. But other than that should make no sense.
Yeah.
There's also another elephant in the room that we haven't addressed. And it kind of shows itself a little bit in The Dark Knight. When you put Batman and the Joker together, the Joker is way more interesting than Batman will ever be.
Absolutely.
Well,
absolutely.
That's why a lot of people are fans of the Joker.
Yeah.
Well, that's because they do Batman wrong also.
But that even in the comics, the Joker's way more interesting than Batman will ever be.
He is. So, he is. He is. I mean, one of the most interesting things that I've ever seen with the Joker is when they cross over with Marvel and he's working with the Red Skull, and all of a sudden he finds a Nazi. He goes, "Hey, I'm a psychopath, a proud American psychopath," and he hits him. I was like, "So wait a minute, you telling me the Joker has patriotic pride?" Yo, it is so random. It is so random, but it makes perfect sense. He goes, "Listen, I am absolute batshit and I'm a psycho. But I bleed red, white, and blue. You understand that? All right? I do shit because I'm crazy, not because I hate people. I don't hate anybody. In fact, the one dude that I love doesn't love me back." You know what I'm saying? How fucking weird is that for me? And the one chick that loves me, I beat the shit out of her.
The American way.
I'm not a Nazi. That's his thing. I'm not a Nazi.
You know
I draw the line at Nazi.
I draw the line at that.
You know what it is? I think if you take away the worst things the Joker has done, right? Because they wrote him to do horrible shit. He's the villain. They have to write that in.
Absolutely.
Right? This is not a real person. But if you just take baseline Joker and baseline Batman, I think the Joker's always going to be more popular because Batman's the power fantasy. Batman's the if I had money, if I had training, da 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 da. But the Joker is the catharticism. The Joker is, that dude's free to do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
And people are always going to gravitate to that because everywhere you look, we got restrictions on everything we can do. And again, I'm not saying that I'm a proponent of going out there and doing what the fuck the Joker does. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is there's something to the fact, so one of your favorite scenes, I forget exactly which one it is, but there's a scene that you like in one of the animes, one of the animated movies, but the Joker's just running through the fucking
The last laugh or the last joke, the killing joke.
The killing joke.
Yeah.
But he's just running through the theme park and he's just shooting random people. And I know for a fact that you don't condone him just murdering people. But that sense of
He does.
He's so free that he could that he's uninhibited.
Yeah.
That's something that everybody would fucking grasp.
Absolutely.
That everybody wants to be that uninhibited. You know what? I'm gonna go talk to that girl without worrying about shit. I'm gonna go apply for that job. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna do some shit that I want to do without having to worry about this and that and the third shit.
Yeah.
Right
I agree with you. Batman is the ultimate control. You know, he wants control. That's what he wants. And the Joker's complete yang. He's on some, nigga, just do you. I do it. Look, I'm going to walk down the street and I'm going to shoot that old lady in the face. And you know what's going to happen? Nothing. Because I wanted to do it today. Yo, that's, that, how do I say that? That freedom, that loss of control.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're not, that loss of restriction, like Cap said.
Yeah.
In a sense,
the handcuffs though.
In sense of it's kind of weird, you know what I mean? In a sense of, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody just wants to go out to work and slap the shit out of that coworker you hate.
Word.
Or slit his throat and like hang his body somewhere on some. Don't be this guy. All right, call HR. I'll get them too. I'll find them. Like you imagine the Joker at a workplace. Sign me up for that. Sign me up for that anime.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah. It's a sense of control over just lunacy. Just like just do whatever the fuck you want, man. Like you literally wake up the next day. You go to work, you pay your bills, you do everything you want, you do what you need to do, what society is structured for you or life has, and you turn around the next day and go, no, I'm done with that shit. Buy yourself a gun and start offering people. I'm not saying do it, like Cap said, but you're taking the ultimate turn of, I would love to do what he does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not necessarily killing people, like you said, but it's just a sense of not giving a fuck.
Yeah. No, I get,
trust me. For everybody.
Trust me. If there were no consequences, I would have ran down that same, you know what I'm saying, like a couple times. But the thing is, you said that the Joker's cooler than Batman, right? But every time we see Batman with other heroes, Batman's the coolest motherfucker in the room.
Yeah.
Because Batman always has this aura of, I don't have superpowers. I ain't no bitch.
Yep.
And he has this whole, he don't give a fuck. The same way the Joker doesn't give a fuck, it just acts. Batman's on some, I don't give a fuck. I wish a nigga would. I want to beat the shit out of you. You know what I'm saying? But they don't portray that either in the movie. He's too Bruce Wayne in that suit. You know, he's too giving a shit about people.
Well, so there's a difference. For cinema, when you're trying to tell a story, you have archetypes that people have to fall into. And the minute you step out of the archetype, shit doesn't work. That's why Batman, no matter what movie or TV show you're looking at, Batman always fits the same mold. Even if it's Adam West or whatever. He's the good guy.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, these are the things he must do. Because if you read Batman, the animated one where they broke into his computer and they found out all of his contingencies.
Doom.
Yeah.
The Justice League.
Justice League Doom.
Yeah, Doom. That's a villain shit. Everything he had planned out, that's villain shit.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
You can't show that in the movie because for us, we might grasp that concept and we might be able to roll with it and go with it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, they still think that comic book movies are for kids.
Mm-hmm.
Kids are not going to grasp that concept.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Joaquin Phoenix Joker is a perfect example of they made it too similar to a certain type of movement in this country. And a lot of people in that movement was like, yo, this is the movie for me. That was not the point at all.
Nope. Nope.
But they misconstrued it. So now we get a musical. So there's no misconstrued, there's no misconception of what the fuck the director's trying to say.
Absolutely.
What was the movement?
The mental health issue.
Oh, okay.
No, but the fucking the people who rated January 6th.
Oh yeah.
Motherfuckers who think that Falling Down is a fucking documentary of how to live your life.
Yo, bro. I felt falling down, but
yeah.
But you see, even in that movie was one of those things that I was with this man every step of the way until the last 10 minutes of the movie. When he took it too far with his daughter and all that other shit. Then it's like, wait, time out. Nah, I can't fuck with this dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think you can have Batman be the good guy, but there's always got to be a part where Batman is the guy, no matter what. Like in John Wick, 50 people just fucking stabbed him, shot him, beat the shit out of him. He took a shot of whiskey and said, all right, let's go back to fucking these guys up. You know what I'm saying? Every Batman movie, this guy is useless unless he's fighting people with hockey pads.
But I'm going to take a stab at this. The reason I think he's portrayed as being useless is because when you make a movie and set it based in a reality setting, like Christopher Nolan wanted to do, like the Batman wanted to do, the logical answer for dealing with some of these fucking criminals is the step Batman won't take.
Yep.
Yeah, but
you gotta make him a little bit fucking stupid.
But this is the thing though, that train scene with Twilight and he beats the shit out of everybody. This is a man that has emotional pain and he's taking it out in aggression. Where Batman is I'm gonna break your fucking arm because you threw it at me. Hopefully you learn to not throw shit at me no more. And he has the limit. He's like, I'm gonna hurt you really fucking bad, and then boom.
But
I'm not just gonna take shit out on you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's criminal shit.
Yeah.
Because I think it would have been like all those movies. The fucking guy throws a punch, he grabs a hit, he breaks his fucking wrist and then his elbow. Okay, who's next? I'm not the one to fuck with, but I'm also not a baby here.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you. But specifically the Batman, that was a year one thing. And again, we just haven't, for him specifically, he hadn't gotten to that point yet.
I hear you, but we've never really seen a Batman with this is the morals and this is the line. Even Ben Affleck, because at this point, Ben Affleck was an established Batman. And it was like, well, fuck it. I'm going to shoot a rocket at this nigga. I'm going to run this motherfucker over. I'm going to shoot everybody with a gun. He was killing people. It was, at this point, it was like, I don't think you know how this works.
But that's the fault. That's the fault of Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
And I'm about to get a bunch of hate because Zack Snyder, with Rebel Moon, Part 1 and 2,
horrible,
has been proven that he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Horrible.
All this fucking release the Snyderverse. Fuck the Snyderverse. When your movies come out and they do worse, you don't have a fucking leg to stand on, bro.
Him and Michael Wachakiki need to get the fuck out of here too. No, but there's perfect characters here to have the psychological thriller with the Joker and the Batman. There's perfect characters that have that fucking cop movie like The Departed or whatever movie that you wanted to do with it. Like what's that movie with the Suicide Squad Joker, Jared Leto? where they were following him because he kidnapped the girl.
Oh, the one with Denzel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now there's perfect
And Freddie
characters.
Mercury. Yeah.
There's perfect characters for that type of movie with the Batman. You're telling me that the Joker never met the Batman, but if the Joker was doing sadistical shit and he got introduced to the Batman, he wouldn't give you that one little "I like you."
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? And then go, "I'm gonna fuck with this guy because he's the only one that got the balls to fuck with me." You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And like, I think Margot Robbie played a very good Harley Quinn because she was like a very outgoing psychopath.
Mm-hmm.
But you put that with a serious fucking Joker, and we get to see why she's afraid of him because apparently she wasn't. Where she should be fucking terrified of the Joker.
True.
Like this, you wanna separate yourself from fucking Marvel. Marvel could be for the kids, and then DC's grown up shit. Because even Superman, Lex Luthor, he's a psychopath also. He's just a fucking genius level psychopath.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
But even Brainiac, like, you notice Superman has all these intellectual fucking bad guys, and Superman is also a fucking genius himself. Where's the Green Lantern? There could be cop movies there. Like, none of these characters have been portrayed as the characters.
But here's the thing. How far do you really want to take it? Because there's a difference between Deadpool, I would say, is the closest to Pitch Perfect in every movie he's been in so far. Right?
Yeah.
And we see how rated R he is. But that's a very different standard than a rated R movie with Batman and Joker the way you want them to be purely fucking designed and purely showcased. How far are we taking it? Because with the Joker's lack of inhibition, there's going to be some pretty fucking difficult things to watch in that movie if we're going to portray him correctly.
Absolutely.
And if we're going to skip over those things, well, then we're getting exactly what we just got with Heath Ledger. So that's the thing. It's like you gotta really think. I mean, look what he did to Barbara Gordon in The Killing Joke.
Yep.
You gonna put that on screen? I mean, even in the animated one, they cut away.
Absolutely.
Like that. That's the problem. That's the thing is, you want your movie to make money.
Yep.
The last thing you can do is make a hard R movie with those two characters and portray them the way you need to go, because you have to then cross some lines that are going to make a bunch of people really uncomfortable. Absolutely. And they're like, yo, I came here to see a Batman movie. What the fuck is this? Because this isn't a horror movie. This isn't a weird action. This isn't a weird fucking cop drama. See it, Law and Order SVU type shit. So I mean, it's a give and take. You can only do but so much. That's why Marvel has more success with representing their characters better, because their characters are human,
yep,
for the most part, and none of them, even the Punisher, right? None of them go to an extent that's so far out of the realm of we could put it on screen that you got to worry about it, because the Punisher murders everybody, but everybody he murders is a bad guy.
Yep.
He's never going to turn around and murder an innocent or murder somebody who doesn't deserve it. So you could be on his side because he's just killing killers. So, I mean, would you be willing to sit down and watch a case or a movie where you see just how fucked up the relationship where Harley Quinn and the Joker really is? You really just really want to sit down and watch that fucking abuse happen on screen.
I mean, we saw a little bit in the cartoon.
Yeah, a little innuendos. That's cool, but to portray it accurately, that's a hard watch.
Yeah.
I mean, have you seen Thor 2?
No, Thor 2 is just boring. That's
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, you don't have to take it to that. It doesn't have to be rated MA, but it's still like I think that would, even if you cut some of that shit out and you lighten some of that up, I still think it would be better representation of that.
But I mean,
because I would rather that than with the fucking Riddler.
I get that they did the Riddler completely wrong in that movie.
A lot of these characters they did completely wrong. Bane they did completely wrong, other than the fact that he was superior to Batman. He was the wrong race. He had the wrong reason for that mask on. He wasn't a fucking wrestler. The only thing they had that was right was he was a baby in jail.
Yeah, but those were story choices, because again, it'd be too easy to fucking beat a man if you could just cut off his steroids and he shrinks back down.
Not if they made the pipes some kind of alloy that you needed something special to cut through it. Or the pipes were in his skin and it wasn't hanging around.
Yo, dude. So then Batman, in order to cut off the supply, has to go dig in his skin and cut.
No, but like you know how some movies they have those like robotic upgrades where you can see the metal protruding out of the skin, like that, where it's not just a loop, where a fucking brisk wind pull that shit out. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's just.
But see, Bane only works because in a comic book you already suspend the disbelief that it already makes sense that this dude takes some steroids and magically grows instantly and then reverts back, and because it's all power shit. But when you see it on screen, that's a little harder. It's a little harder to sell if you're trying to take your movie seriously. Like if you're trying to do the hard R movie and accurately represent these characters, then somebody who's sitting there like, yo, I'm gonna go fuck up Batman, give me a second. That kind of takes you out of it a little.
I mean, so does I did this for you, Gotham.
Oh, again.
You know, it's not like the shit they did bring us in.
Again, yeah, that movie is not good, but that's probably the best they could have done for the world they already set up within that universe.
But also, here's the thing. When you go into this universe, we know the rules. You know what I'm saying? Like, we go into Marvel, we know the rules. There's magic, there's science, there's gods, there's other realms, there's other shit that, like, if you watch, go, this shit's taking me out. A man literally gets mad, turns green, and turns into a huge monster that wrecks the city. That's the strongest being in the world. I do believe people would go, and okay,
yeah,
I can believe this is what's going on here.
Yeah, unfortunately, Christopher Nolan chose to set his Batman universe in. What if this dude did this for real in our fucking world, not in a comic book setting?
Somebody would have shot at him.
That's what I'm saying. It's a little more difficult in that genre. If they did a movie straight out
No, I get it, but then also, what if he did this for real? And then you got Batman with a flying plane going in between buildings. Like we don't have planes that do that shit in silence. You know, like, and then a tumbler that could fucking fly. Like there's. I love how the real part is the shit that is supposed to be the human. Everything else is fake. You know, like, come on. What if he did this for real? What? Climbed out of a fucking jail that was dug 20 miles underneath the fucking surface of the planet on a little rope. But the mass has to be real, because ain't nobody gonna believe he takes steroids.
Well,
you know,
the way the steroids would interact with him, dude.
He doesn't have to he doesn't have to physically get much bigger, but you can see his muscles getting tighter.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
here's my last little statement on this. How often do we turn around and look at the Fast and Furious and go, dude, that's supposed to be in our world. Look at all this stupid shit they're doing.
But because we accept it. Lay accepts it.
No, you're the only one who accepts.
Lay accepts that a Corolla could go in space.
I don't fucking accept that shit. But
Lay hasn't even gotten to that part yet.
But for comparison, a movie that's supposed to be set in our world, in our universe, with our physics.
Yeah.
And this shit is happening. And the only people who enjoy it are the people, like Lay said earlier, who can go in there and go, you know what? Turn the mind off and watch the film. But if you can turn your mind off and watch the film, then how accurately do you need to portray somebody if you're not going to be thinking about it?
But the thing is, you turn your mind off and watch all the films. I watched The Godfather 1 and 2, and I'm sitting here going, really? The father of you guys is the only one that knows any kind of tactics?
But see, you didn't turn your mind off.
Part 2, I had to turn my mind, my eyes, and my brain off. I was sitting here going, what was the point of this? I didn't even watch part 3. If part 3 is that bad, I'm not watching it.
Yo,
my man said just watch 1 and 2. You don't need to see 3. I saw 2 and said I don't think I need to see 2.
Part 2 is everybody's favorite.
Really?
Yeah. That's the better one.
What? He did nothing.
Don't look at me. I don't.
All right. But hey, listen. Fredo, leave the gun, take the cannolis.
Dude.
Yeah.
I don't name a movie in which they accurately portray any real hero. I mean, they definitely get close.
But that's what you can get close.
But dude, Heath Ledger's Joker and Jack Nicholson's Joker, the closest.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Jack Nicholson's Joker is, I want to believe, like a play off of the one that was in the Adam West, or the black and white shit. And Heath Ledger's Joker was a play off of some other dude that he just mimicked. Because you sit here and go, oh, the Dark Knight's Joker was a rapist and all this other shit. And it's like, he didn't do that in this movie. And I don't say he needs to, but he portrayed that guy that they showed him studying from a lot more than a Joker would be. Like, don't get me wrong. That Joker was pretty cool, but they could have added a lot of shit in there to have that moment of, okay, this is Joker versus Batman. You get it?
And again, we didn't get to establish this is the first meeting. You can't throw everything at the first time people meet.
No, I get it. I get you. It's just
So I think to solve your problem is we need to stop showing this relationship at the beginning and show this shit already fucking cemented.
No, we need to have the joke. The Joker is chaos, right? That's what he was portraying in this movie. Chaos. And what I feel like he needs to go, this is chaos as his own entertainment. And when he met the Batman, go, now this is chaos to turn Batman into chaos. Because remember, Batman was already established. He knows the rumors. He goes, who's this guy that's supposed to be this Dark Knight? Who's this guy that's supposed to be this savior of Gotham? I'm going to turn him into one of us. Some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we needed to establish how this Joker operated first.
They did it in the beginning of the movie. When he got to the part where he interrupted the party, and then Batman just popped up and punched him in the face, that shit has sparked the, okay, this motherfucker is a goody two shoes. Or he is real. You know what I'm saying? That should have sparked the interest in the Joker wanting to fuck with him.
Yeah. I agree with you. My only thing is I think they undermine the movie undercuts your point here because immediately when Batman interrogates him, first thing he does is slam that motherfucker's head into the table and try to intimidate him.
Yeah.
So his first interaction is already Batman is easy to push. So I get I 100% get your point, but I think they undercut that. The movie itself just undercut it.
Yeah.
So again, we need to get to a thing where they're already cemented, and we could just pick up with, because we know who the Batman is.
Yeah.
We know who the Joker is. Let's get them to an already point where we can get down to the fucking shit.
Because in what was it? Twilight 4? The 3-hour one? The extra credit scene when he spoke to the Joker. Remember, I already told y'all, like, the Joker's reading the notes. He goes, I amateur this. Oh, I like this. And then just throwing shit and goes, Batman, what the fuck you asking me for? You know what you got to do with this guy. Like, really? I think you missed me. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, one of those people that just sits there. Because I see the Joker as, I'm bored and I need something to play with until my plan that I'm working on comes to fruition so I can kill Batman. Because he's always got a plan. The Joker just doesn't do shit sporadically. It's always a plan.
Yeah. It depends on
you ever noticed?
You believe him or not?
Even in the fucking the cartoon that we was watching, was it the Justice League when they went up against fucking Joker? He trapped the Flash because he knew the Flash was gonna do some shit. He goes, let me trap this guy, let me stop this guy, and I'll try to fucking save the planet. There's 5 fucking nukes here. And all people was like, oh shit, he's at it again. He's trying to kill the people in the studio. No, he set nukes around the neighborhood and no one noticed.
Dude, but again, that's a Joker that's already established. We need to stop we need to cut all the fucking pretense out for DC. And just get to it. We know these characters. Just fucking get to it.
How many DC movies are there? Like 30? I'm talking about since the beginning of Christopher Reed shit.
You're talking like live action movies?
Yeah. Like
there's 4 Supermen. There was the Adam West Batman, 2 different Catwomen.
12 Batmans.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all probably getting close to that number.
This is a franchise of firsts. Like every movie's an origin. Part 2 is another origin of something. We got it. This is like the Spider-Man shit. Marvel was like, we understand. You know he's been bit by a spider. So now this is what happens when he goes home to his Aunt May. Go. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll gloss over all that other shit. He's Spider-Man, baby. Let's get it going.
Yeah. Uncle Ben doesn't have to die every time.
Word. And the thing, and
now it's Aunt May who does.
Yeah, and the crazy shit is also Wolverine and Joker, literally characters that were just thrown in. Made up and thrown in for some reason. And you're telling me, well, we can't just throw them in the movie. What? That's how they were born. That's why people like them. Just throw his ass in there.
I mean, dude,
I set up bombs all around the train station, Batman.
If you're writing a movie and this is the first time you're introducing your take on the character, just throwing him in is gonna seem like a waste. Talk to fucking 30 Seconds to Mars about his Jared Leto, about his Joker, who was just thrown in the movie. Like, we don't get no explanation onto why he's Tekashi 6ix9ine.
He was my man was a club owner that dressed up like the Joker. Because I that you want to talk about uncomfortable. Him sitting on homeboy's lap in his fucking face, like I don't see the Joker doing that at all. I feel like the Joker's the type of person don't want to get touched. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's one of those, don't touch me. And then feed him to the dogs, the hyenas or some shit. Get some laughing gas in homeboy. Throw him out in the club. Go fucking kill some people for me. Show me you mean it. You know?
Yeah, he took a swing and he missed.
No, and he took a swing before he got up to the plate. Motherfucker didn't even have a bat yet. He's swinging. But shit, I think Ray died.
What?
I don't know what happened to Ray.
Ray's having trouble with his internet. He is still alive as far as we know.
Yeah. Yeah, he was having something in him issue. But he's feeling sick also. But anyway, all right, now we got that out of the way. That was more of a rant than anything. But I feel like I need to be the only one to say this. Like, we haven't gotten the Joker in the movie.
I would. Well, okay. Be prepared because. Let me bring this up. Oh, you son of a bitch!
I think the closest we ever got to a Joker was Jason Momoa, Fast 10.
Yeah, but even he didn't go far enough.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the closest. He literally walked in and said, "Shoot this nigga, shoot that nigga, and if you want to survive." Hold up. That's the therapist?
This is the new Harley Quinzel. Asian American for the new animated shit that's coming out for Batman on Amazon Prime. It says
here. Brolic. He sort of traps on her ass?
Yeah, but Harley did this. I just read the article. This is indeed Harleen Quinzel.
Shit.
What? So Bruce Timm's, who's like, yo, I'm the guy who created her, so I do whatever the fuck I want with her.
This is true.
I guess so. But hopefully they do a good show, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if she's Asian, Persuasion, or Caucasian. They just got to be fucking good. Lay was like, I don't know how he pulled that shit together, but that was flow.
I heard Persuasion. I was like, I don't think that means what you think it means.
Inconceivable.
Yeah, but shit. If the show's good, who gives a shit? Like, ain't nobody talking about Rogue's ass now.
Yeah, but to go to your thing on how people are portrayed and accurately portraying characters, let's see what this take is.
On this last one?
Already, the dynamics from what I'm reading here is when she's Harleen Quinzel, she's more whimsical. When she's Harley Quinn, she's more fucking terrifying. Which is not what Harley Quinn is normally.
So, yeah, it's not what we knew. Let me guess. The sword that she has traps the souls of all the dead bodies that she killed.
The big hammer she has.
The mallet.
It has the souls of all the dead people she killed.
That's so fuck. That's the dumbest way to introduce somebody.
I mean, she didn't do nothing to begin with, so I don't know why they introduced her.
That'd be like Charles Xavier walking up and going, "This is my team leader, Cyclops. His eyes open up to a world where energy blasts come out, and that's how he shoots you." Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yo, but the best part of that movie was we have a Mexican. Yep, I'm Mexican, and I'm a fire god. And then we have a crocodile. Yep, I'm black too. And there's Will Smith. As long as Jada's not here, I get to shoot whatever I want.
I wonder if all those targets he was hitting, he was just picturing her bald head.
Probably not. He needed Chris Rock to fucking start doing something. But all right, you want to get to the main event?
Who's queuing it up?
Like you want to cue it up on some Mark Henry shit?
I have one of you guys do it.
All right,
I'll do it.
All right.
It's time for the main event. I don't know exactly what he does, so that's
pretty much what it is. Hold on.
I'll come back for this. It is now time for the main event discussion as we discuss all things X-Men 97, episode 9. I'm going to go back to the backstage now. Bye.
Wait.
Shit. If that's what you want, I could have done that shit too.
So let's see.
We're not doing this shit 18 fucking times.
Shit, then you don't want to accurately portray yourself?
Hey, he's a ring announcer. I'm just some idiot sitting in a room yelling about comics.
Hell yeah, normal guy. He asked us if we want some chocolate chip cookies fresh out the oven. Hell yeah, and some milk. And moo cow fuck milk.
Actually, I do not. So
you better Nightcrawler yourself from somewhere, bro. Chop to it.
Word, shit. I don't hear my doorbell ringing. Shit. But yeah, episode 9. It got real.
Yep.
It got real.
Really real.
Yeah. Before I wrote this, I thought about it from when the episode ended until I sat down and had to type something in that name box.
Yeah.
And this is where I've landed. If I was a mutant and I was given the choice, I think I'm with him. Magneto was right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to fucking argue that. Time and time again, all he wants to do was be left the fuck alone with his people. And every chance they got, they fucking attacked him.
And this is now 2 different sets of people.
Yeah. Yep. They attacked him in the fucking courthouse when they took Storm's powers away from her. They attacked them in the mall. No, in the mall with Jubilee.
Oh.
Remember that shit? They attacked him in Genosha. They fucking attacked him after he fucking blacked out the world. Like, these motherfuckers just don't stop going after him. At what point do we not say God did and turn the other cheek?
Yeah, it's
because this is no longer a war. This is self-defense.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I mean, because this is now somebody who is technically not a mutant. Because Bastion is not a mutant. He's some techno-organic person who's a descendant of Nimrod and Master Mold.
Yeah.
But he's out to eradicate and extinguish the mutant population. And that line where Magneto calls Professor X a traitor to his own people. And it's like, that rings true because you guys should not be up here telling Magneto to turn the Earth back on.
Yeah.
All of you should have went to stop Bastion. And once he's done, now we can go talk about turn the Earth back on.
The threat is neutralized.
Yeah, we have neutralized the threat. Turn it on. You can stay up here in Asteroid M. We'll fucking deal with everything and try to set shit straight. That should have been the plan. Not half the team go try to stop somebody that will require everybody to stop them, and the other half go to try to convince this dude by beating his ass to do some shit.
Yeah. And was it me or did it look like Xavier was about to kill Magneto before Scott stopped him?
No, so what he wasn't gonna kill him, but what we were seeing was the verge. We were this close from getting Onslaught. Because Professor X would have been able to take over and use his powers for that minute or two. But then Magneto's indomitable spirit would have turned back on and would have fucking somehow messed them two in a one stream of consciousness like it does in the comics.
Yep.
And they would have been fucked. Because you know how they stopped Onslaught? Every fucking hero in the Marvel Universe had to fight his ass. It was not just an X-Men thing.
Shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fucking 2 Omega level fucking mutants put together.
Yep. And the characters just look dope too. Just Onslaught. It just looks, And I thought that was gonna happen real quick. I'm watching the episode. I'm like, well, this took a left. Shit. Yeah. Funny because the last episode is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She makes me really sad.
Yeah.
So sad, man. Pegó un tiro. Yeah. Really sad. Really sad.
Shit.
It's funny. At one point, I thought they were going to bring back Gambit. Like, I was like, oh, no, Nightcrawler's here now. He's in the intro. That means he's here to stay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we still don't know where Bishop is.
Well, yeah, we don't.
All we know is that Bishop got kicked from the time jump.
Well, he's going to show up in Wolverine Deadpool.
Yeah, that'd be
the cool. Animated version is going to be on some. This is not where I parked my car.
Well, the funny thing is, it's weird because as cool and innovative and new as this season is feeling,
yeah,
they're doing the same shit with Bishop. He showed up for a little bit. If we see him again, he's gonna be in that same fucking World Between Worlds shit because he got booted again.
Unless that's where he went. When he got booted the first time, and he found Apocalypse.
He's gonna go back.
No, not go back. That's in the episode. Like that's that episode where he's in there is what happened. He just didn't have Cable in his hands that we knew of.
Oh no, it's already been confirmed that this would be the second time he got killed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, remember they're going off of. They literally have mad callbacks to the first season.
Yeah.
To the first iteration of it. They always call him back. Oh, you've been failing since '92. Yeah, nigga. I need to stop.
Yo, the one thing I don't want, which I've heard a couple of people suggest, I do not want the Doctor Strange. I have to prevent Genosha time loop episode.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I do not want that.
I've come to bargain. We get it, bro. Shut up.
Yeah.
No. You guys have been knocking it out of the park. Finish it strong.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with me.
The one thing, to me, anytime a story does that, the one thing that just shows me is that the people involved cannot cope with what happened. And the one thing this show has been doing since day one has been giving us and the kids watching life lessons and ways to explain and go through some shit. It happened. People died. We need to fucking cope and deal with the shit in front of us.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yo, so how would you feel if the next episode is war and all that other shit, right? And the Scarlet Witch just turns around and goes, no more mutants.
Yo, I'm cool with that because then that leads to second season House of M. My only issue with that is how are you gonna where's Wolverine gonna be? Because we haven't touched on it yet.
Yeah.
But I know what happens to Wolverine after that event in the comics. And I know
he turns into a mindless beast, right?
Yeah, he goes feral for a little bit. And it takes him agreeing to be let's get into it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
The end of the episode, Magneto does the one thing I thought I'd never see him do in a cartoon or live action. He pulls the animanium out of Wolverine. And the way they ended the scene, that little still,
yeah,
is almost frame for frame exactly what the comic book panel was. It was perfect. After that, Wolverine goes a little bit fucking crazy. He's got his bone claws back. He goes feral. And in the Age of Apocalypse storyline, he gets brought to Apocalypse. And Apocalypse makes him a deal and gives him the offer to become Death, part of his 4 horsemen. Wolverine agrees and then has to fight Sabretooth. He finally beats Sabretooth, kills him, and Apocalypse takes the animanium out of Sabretooth and rebonds the animanium with Wolverine. And that's how we got his metal claws back. And then there was another arc after that in which Beast and some of the X-Men had to help Wolverine get back to being himself and out of being Death from the 4 Horsemen.
Yep.
Shit.
And then in the House of M, and this is what I'm saying, I don't know how they would do it if they went House of M route. In the House of M, Scarlet Witch turns around and says, no more mutants, and she rewrites reality. And Magneto, Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, they are the rulers of this new reality. They are in charge. There are no more mutants, but there are still superheroes. Wolverine, somehow, is the only one that still has his claws, still has his healing power. And he gets all of his memories back because of what she did. Because I believe, I might be mistaken here, but I believe the subplot of House of M where she gave a few people the reality that they wanted.
Yeah.
Which is why Wolverine got all of his memories. But because he had all of his memories, he knew instantly that this was wrong. That this wasn't the reality he was supposed to be in. So he found Jessica Jones, Power Man, who's Luke Cage.
Wasn't Spider-Man also?
So he found Spider-Man as well. Spider-Man didn't have his memory thing, but his spider sense was going off and tipping him off that something was wrong. And then they banded together to to eventually stop Wanda and get her to reverse the shit. And even when she reversed it, we went from there was some ridiculous number, like let's just say 600,000 mutants to like 155. Like even when they came back, there was little to none.
She's like some mutants.
Yeah. And then people started getting awakened again, and then they had a big thing with the Terrigen Mist bomb that went off that Ms. Marvel got caught up in, and other shit happening, and some became Inhumans, and then some mutants reawoke and shit like that. But I bring all that up because House of M for season 2 would be dope. But we would need an interlude from when Wolverine goes feral to getting his shit back before that happens.
Yeah. It's gonna be some flashbacks to explain that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. I'm trying to think of a way to get that. Because it almost seems like it would be more. You think it would make more sense for Apocalypse that run for season 2?
Well, I mean,
what about the Phoenix Force?
Apocalypse has been done to death. That's been done to death.
Yeah,
we need to have a lot of stories, man. We gotta get away from the popular ones. And
you know what I think?
More interesting.
You know what I think is going to be the crux for season 2, and I think they have a more natural way to get there. Avengers versus X-Men.
Yeah,
but that leads into the Phoenix.
Cap, you've seen Spider-Man. You know everybody else is there. So
yeah, Cap said he has a team.
Yeah, he did.
But that also led into the Phoenix saga.
But so we could switch that. No, well, actually, that didn't lead into the Phoenix saga. That led into the Phoenix Force.
The Phoenix Force, yeah.
Which, if they do a third season, that would be fucking cool. Because the Phoenix Force. So what happened was the Phoenix tried to go after Jean Grey again. They were able to prevent it, but then it split itself into 5 different hosts. Echo was one of them. Scott Summers was one of them.
Namor.
Huh?
Namor and Colossus.
Wasn't Wolverine and Colossus part of it?
I think so. That's a run that I've read a little bit of. I didn't read all of it, so I'm a little hazy on the details. But it split into 5 different people, where Cyclops was like the fucking leader, and he got his powers unlocked so much that we actually learned, he learned to control his fucking blast, so he didn't need the he didn't need the glasses or anything. He's fine. But we also learned that he had a secondary mutation this whole time. And a little bit like Gambit, he can absorb energy.
Yeah.
And fucking use it.
So he's like Bishop with instead of shooting it out of his hands, he shoots it out of his eyes? Well, he opens up a portal, but
yeah, but
he would have been like that?
He's a little bit like that, where he can really take the energy and use it to enhance himself. He learned how to fly. He got stronger. He got a little bit of a healing factor because of that shit. Like he became an Omega level fucking threat. And him alone, forget the other 4, him alone was fucking up the entire Avengers team. So I mean that's a Phoenix saga that they can get into if they want to go back into bringing the Phoenix back. Because Roe pointed out so eloquently, what, is Jean gonna die again? Been there, done that.
Yeah.
Morph died.
Yo, that was a fun little Easter egg because she said not even 30 minutes into being on the team, he died. And they did the math. He lasted 1 episode, died. Or no, he lasted 1 episode and then died like a couple of minutes into the second one, not even totaling 30 minutes of screen time.
funny. Am I the only one that likes the way Morph looks now?
Yeah. This is the more comic book accurate.
Yeah. Like it has that chameleon look from Spider-Man, the villain, who is Kraven's cousin. Or it was his stepbrother or half brother, some shit like that. Yeah. I saw it, and I'm like, you know what? I like it. Oh, and when he turned into the Hulk, I was like, Morph understands. Morph gets it. Morph understands.
Yo, did you hear him? He said Morph smash instead of Hulk.
Yeah. I'm just liking the fact that he understood. He was like, you know what? If I'm gonna turn into somebody to do some damage, who better than the Hulk? He ain't get cute. He sure as hell didn't do Hawkeye.
Word. Yo, so it was Cyclops, Emma Frost, Namor, Colossus, and Magic.
I knew Colossus was part of it. You know what's funny? A lot of people forget about Magic.
Yeah.
You know what didn't help?
Yeah.
That
Magic is a beast.
That new Muse movie did not help her whole thing. You know what I'm saying? She was the best part of it, but it didn't help her thing, her stock. You know what I'm saying? She's legit like next level because of her connection with magic, but also being a mutant.
Yeah.
That is some shit right there.
And her storyline is fucked.
Yep.
Mephisto is obsessed with her and dragged her to hell as a fucking child.
Yep.
Jesus.
And she became the queen of hell because she had to fucking survive, and now she could teleport in and out along with her other magic shit. She became the sorceress supreme at one point.
By the way, I'm just throwing it out there. That title gets thrown around real easy. That is like GOAT now. Everybody's a GOAT. So you got to be the sorceress supreme, apparently. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get Doom. I get her, right? But there's a lot of people that's had it. Like, I remember once, I think it was, who was it? I think it was Iron Fist. I'm like, no.
Yo,
Iron Fist is one. I was like, no. I get it, but no.
Blade was the Sorcerer Supreme.
Yo, listen, once again, you know how much I love Blade. Once again, started the MCU. But he should never be the Sorcerer Supreme. Moon Knight should never be the Sorcerer Supreme. Captain America should never be the Sorcerer Supreme. They take a certain level of,
he was in a What If, but
well, yeah, I get it. The Super Soldier Supreme. And that sounds like a milkshake. Protein shake.
Yeah.
Can I pass that on? Thank you.
That's definitely something that you get like at a military base, like at a pizza shop.
Right? You're like, yeah.
Yo, let me get that Super Soldier Supreme.
double scoop of protein on there, buddy. Some of that. Thank you. I love it. But some people that don't like Wolverine should never be the Sorcerer Supreme. I know how long he's lived, and I'm not saying he's intelligent, but he's not doing incantations and spells. This is not what he does.
Dude, have you ever played Marvel vs. Capcom?
Hey, listen, I know what it sounds like. I know what it sounds like. It sounds almost like Latin, but no. Like when they did it with the Punisher, I was like, wow. Out of everybody in Marvel, son, I would have, you know what? I would have took Kingpin as Sorcerer Supreme. Just because he's a tactical genius, but I am not taking the Punisher. That's almost as worse when they made him like, was it the Avenging Angel for Heaven? Like, fix our problems down there. He was on some. No. Yeah, it's just. But I get it. You know what I mean? She, like I said, yeah, magic is dope, but that new Muse movie didn't help her at all. They should have. I see where they went with it, but they should have used somebody else instead of her.
Dude, the thing is, the original script that the director wanted to do was a horror movie, and then Fox did what they always do. They stepped in and they fucked it up.
Yep. I remember telling you guys, right, that they wanted to make Blade white, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I'm sorry, sir. Can I show you the Blade comic book? Even minus a ridiculous outfit with the hair, with the afro and the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar glasses. This gentleman here is African American. I don't know if you see the mellow in his skin.
Yeah.
No. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think that's like for the next season, don't give me Apocalypse. Don't give me the Phoenix Saga. The X-Men have so many stories. Give me anything that's not that.
Yo, give us Onslaught.
Yo, you're right there. Yo, you're right there. You're on the cusp of it. And it gets to the point that Charles Xavier's mind, and like you said, Magneto's will, they start coming towards each other. It's not that either person wants it. There's a dormant thing inside of them that realizes they're better together than they are against each other. You know what I mean?
Yo,
it's so easy to do that.
Just remember this fact. Eric Lensher, Magneto.
Yes, sir.
Might be the leader of the Brotherhood. Might be on the other side of right and wrong.
Absolutely.
Depending on what view you look at, right?
Yeah.
But Charles Xavier killed his fucking twin sister in the womb.
Yeah, he did.
Charles Xavier took a bunch of teenagers and trained them to be a fighting fucking guerrilla force.
Batman.
Like, Charles Xavier has a son who he has no fucking relationship with.
Legion, just in case you guys don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Charles is not the fucking
responsible. He's not the good guy.
Yeah,
You're right.
He's not Patrick Stewart.
No, he's not. He's not. And Magneto has always been my favorite villain, which I see him as a villain because he makes all the sense in the world. He goes, yo, listen, man, just leave us alone, bro. But every time he tries, he goes, now I got to show you who I am, how I roll, and what I do.
You got yourself a mutant now.
We are the superior species. You don't have any powers. Let it go. Yo, listen, we had an island and you came down bringing a ruckus. Well, nigga, now I got to come and turn off the world. Welcome to it. You don't know who you're fucking with, bro. And I love the fact that his whole thing is, listen, I went through this shit. You know, the Nazi tattoo, you know, the numbers. I went through this shit. This shit ain't never happening again, at least not in my presence. You can forget that shit on my watch. Yo, listen, I'm dying before that shit happens again. And to this day, my favorite thing I read in a comic, I always forget it, I gotta find it. Where he goes, I would have taken a whole city and dropped it on him as a child. And they were like, who are you talking about? Adolf Hitler. As a child, I would have picked up a whole city and just dropped it on him to prevent what he did to my people. And I was like, nobody feels sorry for him. I'm sorry. I'm like, I would rather you not kill Thanos than that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Remember, with Thanos, they did the Spartan thing and threw him away because he was ugly. So I get why he was tight his whole life. I sympathize with Thanos. I don't sympathize with Darkseid because he's just an asshole. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I've always been Team Magneto all the way, 100%. Just like it's him and Dr. Doom. They're right here. You know what I mean?
Now, I'm going to throw a wrinkle into this here.
Yeah.
Because it's clear as day where I stand, right? Now, this is if I had mutant abilities.
Absolutely.
Which I do not.
But they might be dormant. You never know.
Shit.
No, didn't stress you out?
You have a very stressful situation that wakes them.
Yeah.
Yo, he would have fucking mutated like a couple years ago if that was the case.
Yeah. So here's the other side of this. For humanity.
Yeah.
They are worried. I think either Bastion or Creed said it. Like, what are you gonna do when they fire 10 people and just hire one mutant who can do the job?
That was Creed.
And the proof in that is they literally showed us that when they first met Colossus in the original run.
Yep.
They fired 10 fucking people out of the construction site and gave the job to Colossus because he could do the job himself. All 10 men.
They fired their whole demolition crew for him to do it.
Shit.
And then he goes on to rebuild the mansion, essentially on his own.
I mean, all you need is organic metal because you're brown.
Yeah. So what do you do? What do you do when this is where the question gets tough, because we're not talking about the extremes here. I'm not talking about the extremes. I'm talking about what do you do when you have innocent mutants who don't understand what they're going through, don't know why this is happening to them, may or may not be able to control what the abilities they've been given, and they're afraid of one side who's going to hate them forever. Then you got innocent humans who don't understand why mutants exist, don't understand how people can't control their powers, are afraid of the fact that people might not be able to control themselves. They're getting replaced, and they're afraid of the other side because of the dangers they pose. What do you do when you're in those camps? How do you fucking live when both sides have a legitimate reason to be afraid of the other, but both sides can't see that they're in the same boat?
Yeah.
Shit.
Who's right there? Because now you can see why Professor Xavier fights so hard for his belief.
Yeah, absolutely. But you'd also see exactly why Eric fights so hard too. Like, with all due respect, Xavier didn't see or been through what Eric has. I'm not saying he hasn't seen horrible shit, because his stepfather was a piece of shit, apparently. Yeah. No problem. But you didn't see your family nerve gas and your neighbor or whatever taken away from their home, taken to another country, and pretty much made a pizza. Some cases.
Yeah.
Or to the point where they worked him to the point where there was skin and bones. It's literally bones. You know what I mean? So I get this is the best way. I get Charles's message. But I understand and will relate to Magneto any day of the week, 12 times on Sunday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if it's between, let's say it's between Latinos being erased and me having to erase somebody else, you're going. I'll do everything in my power. You got to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because everybody that I love and my family, clearly, my kids and my wife, they're all what? Latino. That's the whole thing we got going. You know what I mean? So I got to do whatever I got to do, make sure they all live. And Magneto, another thing is Magneto's that kind of John McClane kind of deal. Like, who else is going to do it? He don't want to do it. She don't want to do it. But I'm here. I got the skill. I got the power. I got to do it. It has to be me.
Because,
you know what I mean?
Because at the end of the day, I can see your point with the mutant that doesn't know how to control it and he just wants to be left alone, and the human that doesn't have a problem with mutants and all that other stuff. But at the end of the day, this is my survival.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like someone has a weapon on you and you're able to take it away from them and you have to neutralize them. The thought of he might have a family and his kids might miss him is not going through your mind. What's going through your mind is, I need to save myself.
Yes. This is why I said that it took me the whole week to write this message here, because my thought process is, I just said the line where Magneto said, "You're a traitor to your own race or to your own people," hit fucking hard.
It did.
But do you know what hit equally hard?
What?
When Professor X told Magneto, "You're a man being ruled by the world."
Yeah.
True.
You're only reacting because the extreme came twice. This is not
a preemptive strike
by the extreme situation from the world, and not what the world is 98% of the time.
Absolutely, yeah. It's by that one moment.
Yeah.
It's leading
Which,
to that.
I mean,
you say, I'm sorry.
No, I would just say that that's what makes this so compelling.
Yep.
And this whole season, this whole series just elevates because they presented us the question. They presented us the facts. They presented us both sides. Where do you truly fall? And you can easily tell by what I'm saying and what I'm trying to convey is, even though I wrote this isn't for me. This isn't a 100% slam dunk.
Copy that.
I still might be wrong.
Yeah.
For my own personal beliefs.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, the war isn't the humans versus the mutants. The war is the Sentinel and Trask versus the mutants.
Yeah.
It just so happened that it's like that whole, if you get mugged by someone, remember that old saying, you get mugged by a minority, now all minorities are bad. You're afraid of all of them and all that. And it's not that. But Magneto is on some, I've had enough of your kind fucking with my people. Whether it be the Jews or the mutants. It's every person I associated with, you people fucked us over. And now it's time for you people to end.
See, but to rephrase a little bit of what you're saying, his war is against humans, not humanity.
Yeah.
But he doesn't see that distinction.
Yeah,
absolutely, yeah. I mean, like I said, to go, and we always go back to the trauma, the whole Batman thing. Go see a therapist. A therapist. We have a licensed therapist literally on call. You have that trauma that leads your life. Punisher, perfect example, leads his life. Wolverine, the memory loss thing with the girl and everything in Japan. These traumas lead your life. Matt Murdock, thing with his father. The trauma leads your life. It leads the way you structure your life, how you believe, what you do. Shit, even Moon Knight with the split personality thing, the whole thing that he has going. It's literally led him down everything he's done. He made a personality to shelter him from what was going on with his mom. You know what I'm saying? Everybody does it different. Magneto's a little different. He has mutant powers. It gets weird. That's a weird gray area. But there's moments where I completely relate to him, and there's other moments like, oh, that's a bit much. Kind of like the Joker thing. It's a little much, Eric. I'm with you. But I think you might have so much. Like when in X-Men First Class, when he went and killed everybody that had anything to do with the concentration camps that he was in. Understand that. I get it. Cool. Now, when he was trying to kill the U.S. soldiers that were just launching missiles, young men completely afraid and following orders, it's a little much. It's like, them dudes over there are just doing what they're told. It's literally what they sign up for. Cap can clearly relate. Cap gets it like, all I'm doing is fire it. All right, cool. I don't know this cat.
I gotta jump in on that.
Yeah.
I gotta jump in on that because see, again, remember we were talking about turning your mind off, just watch a thing? I can't do that. Because you're just saying he just tried to kill a bunch of scared people who were just following orders and just trying to do their job. The last time he encountered that, it was on the other side, and the orders they were following were horrible. So again, he can't see the separation.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. When Charles is talking to him, he's like, I've been here.
Yeah.
No, never again. I literally went through this before.
Just following orders is not an excuse for him.
Oh, never. It's funny, like when me and my wife were watching these protests with the kids' universities from Palestine.
Yeah.
I have never seen cops more aggressive. Not with active shooters, but with kids just protesting that understand what's right and wrong more than they do. Once again, it's your orders. I'd have been there like, listen, man, if you want to suspend me, suspend me. I am not putting a teenage kid in a chokehold. You are out of your mind. Perfect example, right? at my job when that idiot was giving away free PlayStations, like in Union Square.
Yeah.
Some YouTuber, right? So that shit got out of hand. The kids are
Kai.
running. Yeah, I forget his name. Kids are running down. There's a kid with a fucking like a metal chair, and I'm like, you drag that shit all the way from up there? Shit is yo, this beat, you wildin'. And they're like, yo, listen, if kids come in here, I was like, yo, I am not putting my hands on a teenager. Like, I'm not gonna fuck a kid up for just being a teenager.
Yeah.
He's going with the crowd. That's what kids do. Like, oh, we're going this place. Yeah. That's what they do. I'm not putting a kid in a chokehold. I'll be like, yo, I'll stop. Like, yo, you got to take it easy. But I'm not going to hurt the kid. First of all, I don't get paid enough. And second of all, what is in this place that you can't replace? I've seen you guys re-rack clothing. You have a shitload back there downstairs. I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of dudes that want to act tough, and they're not. You're going to pick on the kid. That's what you're going to do. The same thing, you know what you need to do? Not physically hurt a kid? Yeah, I'm not doing that. You damn right I'm not. I'll close the door and be like, my man, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Now, if that kid has a weapon, he might have to get choked out. That's different.
Yeah, he's no longer a kid.
You're like, yo, we got to fuck them up. I'm like, no, we don't. You got to fuck them up. I'll grab my bag and bounce, nigga. I'll leave. Job's coming down a dozen, baby. You know what I'm saying? I got a kid that's about to be a teenager. I don't want nobody doing that shit to him because then I might have to kill that nigga.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Which one was it? Him? Thank you.
Yeah.
Same thing. That guy Hunter said it best. Leading blindly is not doing anything for your squad. You have to care about your squad first. They'll just lead blindly by blind orders. And that's why I've always loved the Bad Batch. I'm sorry.
I hear you. And it's also like with the power that Magneto has, and he shut off the planet, like it is killing the planet, which will kill the humans because the atmosphere would expand and become superheated. And like I heard what would happen if you did that. But then it's kind of like we're at war in World War II. We dropped Nagasaki and Hiroshima.
Yeah.
As soon as they landed, it was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
This was the step that was too far.
Yep. Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah. And
but I can't. You still can't blame. See, this is what makes this show so good, because you can't blame Magneto. You can't. One, he turned off, like he did that whole shit because it was out of survival for his people, because those Sentinels are crazy. He did it to turn off the Sentinels. Now he's on some, I can't put this shit back on because I don't trust y'all motherfuckers.
Yep. I need a
He has the power. Yeah. And I think the only clear thing is, like, I think Professor Xavier is wrong because he's still siding with the abuser. You know what I'm saying? Because to think about it, when he was talking to, was it President Kelly?
Yeah.
He's like, yo, I can talk Magneto down. I can do this. I can do that. Don't do nothing stupid. I think he should have been trying to talk to Magneto on some, yo, Magneto, we can't afford to kill the planet to win this war. Like, you've seen the humanity that these people have. It's not all of them. Because at this point, fuck the humans. They're stupid. The only way we're gonna win this is if we show who we are. You know what I'm saying? We like Cap said, like you said, go after Bastion. But was
Bastion?
Bastion. Go after Bastion and end him, and then deal with them.
Yeah. You got to show Magneto that they're not a threat anymore.
Yeah.
In order to fucking talk to him to start.
Yeah, because like I said, Magneto is the one that's like, I've seen this before. I went down this road. All of you motherfuckers are catching it because you left me high and dry, and you killed how many of my people?
Yeah. I'm gonna throw this question out there because I don't know where he stands with us here, but everybody's favorite fucking X-Men, Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
He literally starts the episode by saying, "The only way this ends is with Magneto dead."
Yeah.
So where do you fall on the fact that Wolverine on the jump was like, "I get to kill him. Let's go."
Because I think Wolverine is the ultimate soldier. He's blindly following the Charles, and he goes, the only way that Charles is gonna win this war is we kill Magneto.
Yeah. I mean, I see it once again, a life experience of war. Literally, that's all he's done is war. Trauma and war, trauma, and every time. And he said it to Magneto, he goes, yo, the brave always die first.
Yeah.
He said it clear as day. The brave always die first. Now, these are two men that have been through a shitload of trauma themselves, and they've never liked each other.
Yeah.
Magneto and Wolverine, never been fans. The fact that Wolverine even had beef with Magneto is ridiculous because of what Magneto can control. It's hilarious and ridiculous. But it's him understand, like when he did when he said when they thought they killed Trask, and he was like, yo, should have happened a long time ago. Wolverine was the only one that was like, yo, yeah, good job, bro. He was like,
yeah,
I'm not mad at you.
Because he knows.
Yo, you have to, it's just like the Joker thing. Some people gotta go. Like, remember you asked if, how long it would take Captain America to kill the Joker? Not long. He would decapitate him with a shield or something. Because, like, yo, some people just gotta go.
Because how long were they dealing with Trask?
Exactly.
And he never stopped. It's like, yo, at this point, we're gonna have to stop it.
And everybody did it on behalf of Xavier. But now, so Rogue saw Remy make that sacrifice. It's not a spoiler. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you were like, oh, that happened? Catch up. All right, you're losing great shit. She saw it firsthand, and it was like, oh, no, this nigga's one of them niggas. Because she saw the thing, that kaiju master mold thing.
Yeah.
Which is insane design, by the way. Awesome drawing.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of that Transformers one, the planet that has 3 faces. I always forget the name of it.
Unicron.
Yeah, there you go. And I was over here on so seeing her that way and the thing with Cap and everything, everybody can understand it. 100% get it. But once again, going back to the soldier thing in the war, Logan, Cap understand, some people have to die. More Logan, because that's his first reflex. Not just gotta kill this nigga. No longer a problem. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I remember there was one comic where he said, the only way we stop Magneto is by killing him. And Xavier was like, we can't do that. He was like, you can't do that. He's your friend, not mine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like even in the movies where he was like, yo, you done? Pick all this shit up. Pick all this shit up. Pick it up. But yeah, you know what I'm saying?
But see, now I bring that question up because, again, why was not the focus to go? Magneto gave you an opening.
Absolutely, yeah.
Go stop fucking. Now I'm forgetting his name.
Bastion.
Bastion. Go stop Bastion.
Yeah.
Go kill his ass.
Yeah.
Neutralize
that's the real problem right there. That's our right now. That what was chasing Jubilee and that kid, Sunspot. That's what was chasing them.
Yeah.
In the mall. That's who that whole town was comprised of. They're sentinels. They're just to kill you. That's it. Magneto isn't designed to kill you. Magneto wants you he told him, who's coming with? Who's coming with?
Yeah.
Man have bait. You coming with me? Come on, bring it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's just the only thing is there's loyalty and then there's blind loyalty, like I said before. You can't be that blind to realize shit is like Wolverine said it. They're like, oh shit, Magneto did it. What? You started a war. Once again, a soldier recognized exactly what happened right away. But nobody else thought of it. You know what I'm saying?
Now, peep this. Did he actually start a war? Because he just took his asteroid and went up to space.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. When you start a war and you go from afar to see everybody coming at you, you're doing that high ground. Like Anakin and Obi, high ground.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, come at me. Because just to let you know, whatever shuttle you come in, I'm going to crush it. Wherever you come from, I got this. So it's genius. By the way, props to Magneto for rocking black Speedos. I wasn't aware those were so popular. Props to you, Magneto. I have no idea. And Magneto's like 195 and he's jacked. I don't know how that works.
He was sitting there with his little silk underwear.
Right, black silk underwear. Alex would not approve of that. That's Chad saying Alex would not approve from Double Impact.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and I love those little nuances where right away Wolverine was like, shit, started a war. And Nightcrawler was like, what did he do? I don't understand. He started a war. Chief, you don't get it? This is the first step to war. It's like assassinating a leader. That's all he did, bro. He's like, yo, bring it on. I got it. What's your move? And by the way, genius, a bit much, but genius. You know what I'm saying? You can't track that asteroid leaving the planet if you got no tech. And once you get it up, 300 years down the line, it's too late.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like the Snake Plissken thing when he was like, welcome to the human race. When he shut off all the power.
Yeah. Escape to New York, right? Or escape from New York?
LA. That was LA, yeah. New York was a tape. That was supposed to get some world, which was weird. But yeah. I just appreciate the little nuances and like Toe said it perfectly, the scripts, the writing, the acting. I mean, I've always loved Gambit, but somehow they made him even cooler in this one.
Yeah.
I don't know how they possibly did that. For the short time he was there, I was like, that's why I love Gambit.
And you know the crazy shit is, I think Gambit would have been on the opposite side of Rogue.
It's funny. Remember in the graduation one, right, where he was like, "Oh, the scoundrel always trying to prove himself the hero."
Yeah.
And that's Gambit all the way. He's trying to erase that past of his. Meanwhile, everybody's like, "Yo, dude, we're good.
Yeah.
We're good." But it's always his insecurity that's always like, "I haven't done enough yet. I haven't been better yet. I haven't saved enough people. I haven't been right." You know what I mean?
Nope.
So yeah. So by the way, fuck you, Nightcrawler. Almost had a grown man tearing over that speech you gave at that. Fuck you, man. I was on some. God damn it! I'm over here.
The eulogy.
Cry. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah. No man.
If anybody wants proof as to how good the writing of this series has been, or this season, I am a known atheist, agnostic at best, no religion whatsoever. And I said last week, Nightcrawler took my top spot, even with his devout belief.
Mm-hmm.
That actually adds to one of the reasons why I like him.
Mm-hmm.
That's how good the writing is.
Yep.
It's for me to see a man of God and be like, you know what?
Yep.
I'm with him.
I love that roundtable discussion where they're trying to convince him like to be the face of it. And he was like, wait, let me get this right. You guys want me to be the face of Genosha and his mutant thing. Meanwhile, I had been ready to massacre these motherfuckers consistently. You do realize at 97, I tried to aim missiles at all the world. I went to a missile silo, turned it on so it can destroy humanity. This is the guy you want to lead this? Well, after that in the UN, yeah, that was a couple of days ago, but I almost killed humanity several times. Nobody's, and he's like, yo, you're not understanding how ridiculous you guys are sounding right now. You know what I'm saying? I was like, no, it make no damn sense.
You know what the one thing in that roundtable discussion that I could not fucking believe and didn't sit well with me, but it turned out to be a non sequitur.
Yeah.
Sebastian Shaw.
Yo, bro.
There, willing to hand power over to anybody, especially Magneto.
Yep. I'm like, yo, how are you guys in the same room?
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. When I saw him, I was like, first of all, you know him right away from the clothing. You know what I'm saying? 1600s called, they want their gear back.
Yeah. He's the only one still living in the Victorian era.
Yo, Emma Frost, understand. And I like that one of her powers showed up with an attack of Genosha, the diamond thing. I love the fact that was a trigger for that. That was a good little good stuff, guys. Yeah, but I saw him and I was like, you don't fit the criteria that I'm seeing here, bro. You know what I'm saying? You need to leave. This is a weird situation right there, man. It made it weird. I was like, the fact that he's not dead right now, which is bugged me out. But you know, I've always liked the cameos though that they had in there with the people especially when they went to Genosha. Like, oh shit, oh okay, yeah. I know. Cap was tight. He didn't see a long shot.
Word.
Yeah, when they went to Mojo World, I thought for sure.
Me too. When they went there, I was like, oh, we're gonna see long shot. He's gonna help him out somehow. I was ready for a long shot. You know what I'm saying? The guy
that bitch with the fucking 6 arms, but no.
Yeah, what's her name?
I have no clue what the fuck her name is.
Her name. I was, you know what I'm saying? It takes me a minute to like. I swear to God, we'll get off and I go, God damn it! I'm gonna text Tones. I'm here. This is her name. It's useless right now, but yeah. Also, the non-focus of Wolverine, of the X-Men. You know what I'm saying? And showing that a Nightcrawler Rogue relationship has gotten tighter over the years. You know,
Spiral.
So you go what?
Spiral is her name.
I would have never guessed that shit.
Nah, me neither.
No. I would have named her some shit from Mortal Kombat.
Goro.
Yeah. But yeah, that the Rogue Nightcrawler relationship, and the fact that when they see each other, it was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's even though he's on Genosha, there's still that love, you know what I mean? And then he's cool with Gambit too, you know. So I'm pretty sure Gambit is an atheist, 100%.
You know what? I don't think so. I think Gambit would be a secret Catholic.
Maybe a Baptist. It's South. It's a Southern. He's from he was raised in Louisiana.
Like I think Gambit projects himself to be a non-believer, but every time he holds that card close, he says a little prayer before he throws it.
He's little. I thought that was like a Dragon Ball Z thing on some. I could be.
I feel like Gambit would hedge his bets.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I see it. Yeah, man. Yeah. And it's funny because I love the fact that Sinister's there, but he's not the guy. Like he's in the background, you know what I mean? But and Mr. Sinister has always been the guy behind the curtain. Oh, by the way, also Dr. Doom, Zemo, you know, them there too, you know. But he's always been one of those guys, a behind the curtain kind of guy. You know what I mean?
Dude, to actually see him fight, that shit was dope.
What's his power?
To be honest, I don't fucking know because the
only thing I know about him is that he's a leading genius on mutant genetics. You know what I mean? Like he's been experimenting on mutants since the moment he found out there were mutants in the world.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
So here's what his official powers are: shape shifting, which is why he can dip in and out of the shadows and shit. Longevity. I mean, the man's been around for millennia. Precognition. So he can predict and see things before they happen.
Okay.
And he's an expert genetic manipulator and surgeon.
Yeah. That's the one that he's known for. I remember reading a comic. It was the 1800s, and he's experimenting on some mutant. Surprised it wasn't Logan. But he's experimenting on a mutant. You know what I mean? And at that point, he doesn't have that pasty look. He doesn't have the thing. He's literally just a man. But through genetic manipulations, he's able to give himself that. Yeah.
So Apocalypse is the person who gave him the ability, all those abilities, with the exception of being a genius.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, the shape shifting and the other shit, that's all Apocalypse handed it to him.
Yeah.
The shit. Yeah, I mean, I can't wait for tomorrow to finally get to the nitty and gritty of the episode. And next week we definitely gonna be talking about that shit. But as for right now, we're gonna have the bid y'all do. Because on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it is your friendly neighborhood knuckleheads signing out. Today's the fucking day. Peace, everybody.
Mr. Loki,
Mr. Loki, mad late.
Mad late, bro.